Hey guys, so today's review is going to be on this product, which is called Swirl and Sparkle. It's actually a brush cleanser. I got it yesterday from IMATS, New York, and I was so excited. I wanted to come home and try it before anything else. I spoke to the owner. Her name is Marie. She's from Chicago. She just started the business 8 months ago, and we were sitting there and we were talking. I was giving her feedback as a consumer. I'd never tried the product, but I was just telling her certain things. And she was so sweet. She actually gave it to me. But I think it's an awesome product, and the one that I chose was the Passion Melon, and it smells so good. It has goat milk, coconut oil, palm oil, safflower oil, oat conditioner, and glycerin. And what it is, there are different molds. This one is actually in the shape of a lip. And then on the inside, it's got crystals. So the whole concept is that you wet the brush under the water, then you dip it in there and you squish it around until it gains lather. And then you rub it on the inside lid, and the abrasiveness will release all the gunk off of your brushes. How awesome is that? All in one. So I'm going to show you how it works, and then I'm going to give you my thoughts on the product. So what you're actually going to do first is take your brush and then wet it. Once it's wet, then you are don't put the product under the water, because then you're just going to waste it. And then just swirl and lather. You need to get more water, wet the brush. Do not put water in the product, as you can see. And so then, to loosen up the dirt, a lot of times I would take the back of my hand and just swish it around. But isn't this neat? Just rub it a little bit under the water. With the crystals there, just rub the brush on it. Until you see that it loosens up the dirt. And just keep rubbing on it. And then that's it. This brush is stained, so it's not that it's still dirty. Until the water runs clear. You see it runs clear, there's no more dirt. And then I'm going to move to my next brush. And you do the same thing all over again. Wet the brush, dip it into the container. Oh, that one is really dirty. Until it creates lather. And then take the cap, just put a little bit of water in there. Swish it around like the way you normally do it. And then just clean it under the water till you see that all the dirt is gone. I'm going to try one more brush. And this one is actually the dirtiest out of those three, I think. Wet the brush, swirl it around in the container. No, this one's actually dirtier. Till it lathers. And as you can see, the suds that are there. And I'm actually doing too much. And that's too much water. You don't need a lot inside the cap. and then swish it around on the top, the crystals. And I prefer to put a little bit of water in the cap as I'm swishing it and loosening up all the dirt off of the brush, simply because it helps you create more lather and I don't have to keep dipping the brush in the product. And go underneath the water. This one actually needs a little bit more, so I'm going to go into the product. One more rinse could do it. It's clean now. You know what? I'm going to try one more brush. Seems they're so dirty. But you get the idea. Just wet it. Dip it into the product till you get enough lather. And if you see that there's water in the jar that gets in, just pour it out. Pour it out. Go back into the top, a little bit of water, and just swoosh it around in the crystals. And you see all the lather that you get, from it? Yep, it's clean. It's official. And now just rinse out the cap and let both dry. The whatever water is remaining in the inside cap, and also the jar. Or at least I would. I wouldn't actually store it, close it inside if it's still wet. And just keep swirling. This was by far the dirtiest one. It had dark powder in it, or maybe not the dirtiest, but because it's bigger. So I'm going in it again. I rinsed it once, I'm going in it again. Oh, okay, so it was clean. Because this is the second rinse. So you see, you don't really have to keep dipping back and forth into the product. Just keep going under, swishing it on the crystals, because it has so much lather already on it that you just keep rinsing it, and it'll actually all come out. Oh wow! Amazed. And then do that, and there you go. Nice and clean. Nice and clean. So, what's my actual take on the product? I think it's awesome. I think it's an awesome concept because it's all in one. And what do I mean by all in one? Well, if you go and you purchase the Sigma, either the I'm reading off my notes. The Spa Express brush mat, which is $25, which is something that you spread on the bottom of your sink, and then you would rub your brush on it. Or the Sigma Spa brush cleansing mitt, which is $32. You actually have to go through the extra step to getting it, and then going and washing the brush. And then you have the Koran Xander, the brush soap, which I've purchased it in the past from IMATS, I think last year, and I thought it was cool, but I wasn't too impressed. And the reason that I didn't like that one was because once the product begins to finish, like the soap, when it's, or not even finished, when it begins to thin out, like it begins to separate from the loofah. So yeah, from the side with the loofah, so it doesn't become effective anymore. With this here, at least, it's got the patent pending crystals. You have everything right there. I know the soap bar from Koran Xander sells for 2 ounces. This is, I believe, $24.99. I'm gonna put the link down. You guys can go check it out. And then if you want the crystals, that's an additional $4.99. However, you can buy a few bottles, stock up, and you only need 1 lid with the crystals. And yeah, I prefer that because you have it all in one. Once you're done with this, you're going to screw it back on, and that's that. You know, you don't have to go the extra step on getting the mitt or having to place the mat on the sink. And like I said, with the soap bar, with my experience, I didn't really like it because once the product begins to finish, it separates from the loofah side. So that wasn't productive, and I just ended up throwing it out. And I purchased like 3 that day. And I'm not being paid. I'm not being sponsored. This is my personal opinion. I used it with all of my dirty brushes that I had. And I maintain my brushes on the regular. I wash them, and they all just smell good. She has a few scents, different molds, and they're all so cute. What girl doesn't like to have cute shit? So I do suggest that you go visit her website and check it out and purchase the product, because I really found it to be really effective in cleaning my brushes. Just one thing, if you have like the larger brushes, especially the ones like your foundation brushes, your concealer, which has the product is more emollient and it's usually the dirtiest, the only thing that I do suggest, of course, you're gonna have to work a little harder at cleaning it. But what I like to do, which I used to do anyway when I was doing my other regular cleaning routine, is I would actually soak the product in a little bit of soap in water, let all of that stuff loosen up, and then go ahead and use the Swirl and Sparkle cleanser. That's an optional step to make it go quicker. But that's what I normally do anyway with those type of brushes, or if I know that the brush has a lot of product on it. So yeah, so that's it, guys. I want you to rate and subscribe, and let me know what else you would like to see on this channel, what you would like for me to review. I have no problems doing so. So as always, stay sweet, and until the next time, bye.